So, fun fact, I realized that it's actually not the coffee that's been keeping me up all night. I was very certain that it was the caffeine. And I know that like caffeine doesn't help, obviously, with sleep. But I went off of it for 2 days and I was still up till 4 both nights. Interesting, huh? So that just tells me that like this is just part of my biology right now. That like I'm needing to be up at night. And you know what? I mean, it's not just right now. This is how it's been my whole life. To be perfectly honest, I've always been more naturally inclined to stay up late, like super late. And that's always when I've felt the most creative. And like when I was learning music production in high school, this is what I was doing. I think it was winter break, and literally was staying up till 4, literally like 4 every night, painting and also producing music and like learning FL Studio. So it's just like when my creative juices can flow more easily. And I've been resisting this aspect about myself my entire life5 obviously, I mean, for obvious reasons, right? We live in a society that values like getting up at 5 a.m. or whatever, and like we're going to the gym and like doing all your especially nowadays, like with the wellness routine stuff in the entrepreneurial world and like the biohacking world and all of that. Even more so, like even in like the manifestation community, like I've heard Blocker say on his channel that if you want to manifest something, you just have to like commit to getting up at 5 a.m. every day. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. Not for everybody, right? I mean, I get where he's coming from. He's just trying to be inspirational and like tell people to align with that version of you that's successful, right? And like that's the whole energy behind that, obviously. But it's interesting how like the value in being a certain way and living a certain way that totally disregards and invalidates, I don't even know if that's a word, invalidates those of us who just operate differently by design. It's interesting that it spans literally like all different niches and like types of people. It still stands that people think that getting up early, and even like spiritual teachers, I don't remember who it was, like from thousands of years ago type wisdom. You'll hear them or read them say how being up with the sun is the most spiritually aligned like way to live, which is cool. And like it's just depends on you, as what I'm just realizing. And like just don't like totally reject parts of you just because they're not like the rest of society, because especially something like that, like I literally have been this way since I like the earliest I can remember staying up till 4 a.m. every night is literally like 3rd grade. I was staying up like till like 2, 3, sometimes 4. And then middle school, high school, I started doing that more often, like I said. And then it's just continued throughout my whole life. Like I went to college and like it was really hard for me because I couldn't get myself out of bed to go to class because I would just be up so late. And even if I wasn't like partying, like I would be up late doing stuff like cleaning the house or like just, you know. Yeah, so I don't know if it's because I'm absorbing all the energy as an empath and like a sensitive person. I just need that time to be alive where like the whole world is not alive. Like the whole world is asleep, and so there's not so much energy in the collective swarming around. I mean, that doesn't even make sense, right? Because like the other side of the world is awake. So that might just be a belief that I keep telling myself. But it could just be like I'm sure that the energies that are physically closer to us affect us more, right? So if I'm in the United States and like I'm up in the middle of the night, it might be because, sorry, I'm just watching my dog. He's like going under a tarp. He's out of the tarp now, but he's trying to find ground squirrels. This is his thing. This is what he likes to do all day, every day. So, but yeah, just, oh yeah, if I'm in the United States and I'm up late till 4 a.m. and like it's probably because the rest of the country is like asleep, or the rest of this hemisphere is like asleep for the most part. There's just not so many flying frequencies in the ethers like affecting my clarity, right? And affecting my ability to just connect to source and connect to my spirit self and allow that channel to be more open and clear. So interesting. And I mean, I know that like I can get into a routine of going to bed early when I'm not drinking caffeine a little more easily, but like I don't know. It's hard to like blame different things when you're going through an ascension process, and like there's literally like so much change happening in your biology and like in your cells and in your energetic field. It's really hard to figure out or pinpoint what, like, if it's actually an outside thing that's causing it, you know. Anyways, I just wanted to share that because it's like maybe it's not these things that we blame the things on. Maybe it's just us, right? Maybe it's just how we are. As I'm drinking my coffee. Yeah. You just have to make, and this is the thing, it's like you just have to make choices. Every choice in every moment, you just have to make from what feels resonant in that moment. And that's going to be different for you. Like coffee might have affected me, made me feel crazy, I should say, yesterday. Coffee might have made me feel crazy yesterday, but maybe today it's aligned, right? And like we're not here to figure any of that out. The key is just to like follow what source is nudging you towards. And you know what source is nudging you towards through what's resonating with what feels aligned in every moment. So that's the moral of the story, folks. And I'm gonna go eat some breakfast it's like, I think it's like 12 o'clock right now. It's like noon. It's noon on a Saturday, as if like that makes it more valid. It's a Saturday and it's noon, not a weekday. Like I said before, it's like one of those societal conditioning things, like where we feel like it's more valid to have just gotten up at 10, 11 o'clock, right? If it's a weekend. So anyways, yeah, just don't feel bad about any parts of yourself that are like, just don't feel bad about the way that you're living, even if it's completely weird and different than the rest of the world, seemingly. Because I guarantee you that I'm not the only one who's like a night owl. I mean, I know that that's not true. So there you go.